Hello there. We are back at it again. Last time we finished the 2021 things, the 2021 stuff. And now, today, we're going to be just continuing on. I mainly want to get past Two of Hearts, because that's probably my longest album. I know it's over 2 hours, I think. So, yeah, that's the main goal today. I've put it off for a bit now, but I thought today was the day that I can do that at the very least. Maybe we'll get through Amy Bell. That's a I don't know. It's gonna depend on how I feel because Amy Bell's only like 30 minutes. Metamorphosis is like 45. Same thing with the Punk Machine. But Two of Hearts is something we're definitely gonna get past today. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day so far. Kind of experimenting right now with having the chats open on my other monitor. Alrighty, let's get into this. Half and Half by Jack the Hack and Jay Jesse. Now, this was the first album, no, the second album with Jesse in it, who, if you were paying attention in last stream or weren't here last stream, Jesse is essentially the protector of Skylar, who is the other half of Static Monarch, known as Cassette Girl also. And so essentially Half and Half kind of takes place after, right? I have a timeline on my phone that isn't readily available to the public that I should probably update at some point. If I'm not mistaken, though, I don't even have this album on my thing. Gosh, dang it. Essentially, Jack was just looking more into Jesse and all of what's going on. I'm gonna read from here. This is an album that was based on the results of my research on Jessie, of which was mainly about her personality. All I got was that her personality seems to differ a lot from time to time, but was mainly just two personalities. Her personalities almost seemed like they were half and half at times. I know. Absolute cinema. And this isn't in like the BPD, DID sort of scenario in which it was literally two personalities, just more like how they acted emotionally felt very indicative. Actually, it might have been BPD because there's an EP later. It's called Brackets. I don't think I released it on YouTube, but essentially this is about BPD in Jesse in particular. But it's sort of like noticed by Jack here is kind of what I kind of what I'm spitting. And so that's what it is. The main gimmick of this was that the tracks would sort of mirror each other almost. So like Watch My Pendulums and Pendulum Swing is supposed to segue into each other, and they're supposed to be like mirrors of each other almost, and then Technique and Abstract are similar sounding. It's mainly just the sounds of it. Fidelity and Bubblegum a little, and intro and outro. That's what I mean. That is in fact what I mean. Let me just real quick check some audio stuff. The audio seems to be good. Yell at me if if it's otherwise. But yeah, and that's what all this is. I found this online somewhere, but yeah, that's what this is supposed to represent. Black and white. Obvious. Yeah, Yeah, let's do this. Before we go, I did remember something. This was one of the few albums early on where I actually well, I say few, but I didn't done it for a couple of albums. I didn't do it for them. I'm Cassette Girl. I did it for Don't Trust the Black Halo, but I also did it for The Machine and Dark Side of the Dark Side of the Internet, where I actually put out singles. Although Dark Side, I did put out two singles. There was going to be a third one. The title track was originally going to be a single, but I decided against it. The Machine had three singles. I remember that. Don't Trust the Black Halo had one, and that was the title track. So this is the first time in a bit where I'd actually released singles, and it was actually Technique, which, hold on. Let me figure something out real quick. Oh yeah, I think it's. Oh wait, never mind. So I'll pull this up as well. Basically, in BCOP Cord or BCOP Pop Discord, essentially, it used to be like a label of sorts, but Jordan Kearing has long since stopped doing that. But never mind. Why Live in the Past, which was off of uh, Don't Trust the Black Halo, was also a single for it. I do this because I did the thing where I still do this to a certain extent, where I just make a song, and then when I make an album, it's just like, yeah, I might as well just add it to this album. You'd be surprised how many times I do that, and I'll say when I do that. Technique. By the way, I didn't make the cover. Jordan did, to my knowledge. Technique was a single that was released February 24th. This was released afterwards, though. Yeah. But, without further ado, let's do this. Hopefully, you guys can hear that well. Yeah. So that was intro. That was inspired. Actually, I say inspired. It was essentially still a MIDI slap of Genesis by Justice, which is easily one of the best openers album an album in music history. But I digress. I did that because I thought it would be a sick intro, sweet intro. I would say that this is a bad intro to the album, though. Not gonna lie. It's okay, but it could have been better in my eyes. Let me just send this stream elsewhere. Okay. Yeah, this is another album that uses the loop software a lot, although it was different from like the machine and all that. Looks good to me. Yeah, a lot of these albums are very repetitive as I've come to realize going back to this music. Oh wow, the song's over. No way. Oh wow, it's not over. What? This can't be. It's almost like I knew this. Yeah, it's just another one of those songs that's like part A, part B. Part A plays again. Part C. And then you mix part A and B maybe. Which I've done so much and I noticed this. But actually listening to it back, it's like, wow, I really did this a lot, huh? Wow, wait, what? The song's already almost over. Well, I guess it didn't overstay its welcome. That's nice. Oh wow, it actually had an ending that's good, unlike other like loop software songs that I would be playing a bunch. Yeah. Technique's probably one of my favorite songs on this album. That and Abstract. I liked both of those ones. Or still kind of do, but you get what I mean. I think lore-wise, I should have titled these better. Watch My and Pendulum Swing was inspired by the In the End by Linkin Park. Like, I think this is one of the better songs out of this album, but sometimes it still falls into that repetitiveness. But I don't know if it's because I listened to it a lot or because of how I did it in the loop software. Because again, when it came to the loop software songs, like the pre-made loop software songs, I would have to do these like continuously. So this 8-minute song was me doing the loop stuff for 8 minutes. And this specific one allowed me to do like filtering and like repeating like that. So that was pretty cool. Well, the other one could do that, but this one could do it better, I think. But I think because of like the variety, that's why it doesn't feel so stale to me. Because a lot of the other songs that are kind of like this, that are again Loop Software songs, are very repetitive to me. I'm a little scared because I'm thinking about what I just told you guys and then saw that Watch My is almost 5 minutes. Which so far the album has done like better somewhat on the repetitiveness than previous ones in my opinion, but it's still a little scary, you feel me? Too much going on, bro. A lot is going on there. It's starting to become a bit much. I could see it start to slowly creep in. Just a little though, just a little bit. All right. Yeah, that was. You know what? That was pretty good. I thought that one is the pretty well for 20. This is the first album of 2022, and it's kind of off to a good start. Let's hope we can. Let's. I'm just waiting for Two of Hearts, bro. And there is a lot I can talk about with that, but we're not gonna do that right now. We'll get there when we get there. For now, we're doing Watch My. Oh yeah, guitar time. Wow, that this intro is just okay. Yeah, it's just very repetitive, honestly. So far, for all we know, it's gonna change it to a completely different type of song. It's gonna change the lo-fi, and then for the 1 second the blue laser here, it's gonna tune off. Yeah, I've been, I've opened my. This is all the Hololive, OCG, Ayakashi Vermilion stuff I opened in a video. Go watch it if you have it. And I'm mainly just like squishing them down and such so that they aren't like bent and all that. Because I have Pokemon cards right now that are, if I can find one, that's like pretty bad. Magic, but close enough. It's pretty bad. Oh, you can't even see that. But yeah, it's like that, and it's the P land. I like the P lands from Aether Drift. But yeah, these are the talking about these cards here. Wow, you can barely see that. These cards, especially this card, which is $50, and then this card here, which is way less. But you need this type of card, this Oshi Holomem, to play the game. Apparently, they come in every box. I didn't get a cheer at all in my booster box, but which is sad because I literally can't play the game without them. It's like, bro, let me play the game. I don't want to spend $50 for essentially energy. Or 50 cents per energy, sorry. Oh wow, that was actually kind of cool. Okay. Oh, it was getting hype for a second. Hey, where's the hype? Where's it gone? That's rude. Somebody killed the funk, man. Oh, 50/50 uploaded. Apparently, he's also gonna stream tonight. Dude, we recorded a video. Me and the 50/50, we recorded a video, and it just did not come out well on his end, which is very sad. We're playing Mama Sleeping Angels. It's a banger. Yeah, so this is Pendulum Swing. It's supposed to transition smoothly, but from what I'm hearing, it would have transitioned horribly if I put it on the YouTube. Which I'm surprised. I was looking earlier. I was very surprised that I didn't post it onto YouTube. Let me just double check. No, it's a Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons album. What? I'm looking at the AI describing it. Let me read you verbatim what it's saying. It looks like your query refers to a mix of different terms like Jack and half and half or online screen names, but it is not clear what specific topic you mean. Possible meanings. Jack the Hack, a social media or community handle, such as online Gaelic games, commentary, or gaming channels. Half and Half is a Dairy Creamer or a 2000 sitcom. Sure, man. Whatever tickles your pickle. I'm starting to do that thing again where I just like put every single thing together at the end. Okay, thank you. See, Half and Half listens to me, but a lot of other albums I do, they don't do that. Dark Side of the Internet will not get you that same that same little benefit there, that amenity. Yeah, so that was Pendulum Swing. Now, we've been in the second half of this album so far. So, let's just keep. I don't really have much to say. It's just a continuation of this. So let's keep this ball rolling. This is apparent. This is Cinnamon, I believe. Shapes that Scream. He bought this years ago, I believe. Yeah, he bought this years ago. And this is his favorite song from it. I have no idea if he still feels that way. If he even remembers this album, really. Okay, it's banging so far. Again, what I've noticed that I do is that I take a singular melody and I just like milk that melody dry until it's spouting out like powder, straight dust. Hello there. Welcome to the stream. One and all. Watching me react to my old music. Oh yeah, this is my favorite part. Yeah, it just goes into straight drum and bass. Hope your day's going well. Mine's quite fine. Talk about shapes that scream. My ears are bleeding from the fact that it's so peak and awesome and amazing. Not gonna lie, not a bad start to 2022 me when it comes to albums so far. Bubblegum and Outro can go like down the toilet. Okay, I think I figured out how I can do my little thing. I like this part, the second part, but it's still very repetitive, I feel. I think Technique is better because at least it had some variance in my eyes. Yeah. I thought it was okay. I mean, I thought this was probably the second best track in the album behind Technique. But not by much because I like Abstract, but it's just okay. After this album, I will be taking a break for a bit because I want to make myself something to eat. I want to grab some water. I'm just gonna get some mac and cheese. That's all. Because half and half is gonna be a bit. It'll definitely be a bit. So I want to grab some stuff before I decide to just hunker down and dwell here. Gosh dang, I yap so much because I think it's only a 30-minute album, right? 12, 17. Yeah, this is only 27 minutes. We're already like 38 minutes into the stream. Oh wow, I keep forgetting that I just do that. Yeah, it's a song of all time. I don't know what to say. It actually just is nothing. Like that's what a lot of these early songs were because I was doing albums like once a month, sometimes within like weeks of each other. It's just like to me, it just isn't anything. Like this specific song isn't anything, especially when although I was doing more lore things at the time, I didn't really have a good balance between like music and like lore. Like if this was released now, I would have definitely done track titles differently because it's like I mainly just did it based on like how they sound, pretty much, for the most part. I would say this was also made by Cassette Girl in hindsight. I don't know why wait. I think I did. What? Why is it taking me to a whole other? Okay. My bad. Yeah, featuring Cassette Girl. Okay, 4 years ago, I thought of this. I thought of doing this exact thing. It was like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna think of that. So I need to put it down. Thank you, Jack, from 4 years ago, from over 4 years ago. Really cool. Although this also isn't much either because it's just the same thing repeating with a couple elements coming in, and yeah, yeah, man. This is the Simmons SDSV drum kit sequence thing. I remember that. Alrighty, that was half and half. A very short album. You're gonna get a lot more of those after Two of Hearts, but yeah, yeah, man. Don't know the keyboard shortcut, so we're doing this. And it seems to be working out. But yes, the dreaded album is here. Two of Hearts. I know, I know. I dread it because this album could have been much more, and I'll leave you with that. I will be right back. I need to go prepare, like a bear going into hibernation. I need to prepare, so I'll be right back. Alrighty, we're back. Back at it again at Krispy Kreme. It's about to turn to a mukbang stream because I have my food and stuff. Let me explain some stuff about Two of Hearts. Now, Two of Hearts was this album. Essentially, it was about um. Wait. First of all, let's just scroll down and read what I have here because I actually don't remember. Also, yeah, you see that too, right? Oh wow, just 12 tracks. That's not that long. I don't even I'll play the bonus tracks. You're supposed to pay for it, but I don't know. Actually, you should download the album yourself if you want to listen to these bonus tracks here. This album is a soundtrack of a story Pampana tells to the others one day. When asked by Skylar if this has happened to Pampana personally, Jesse semi-suspiciously pulls Skylar off to the side. The story is good that anybody. The story is good that anybody, even Pampana, decided to make a big album on it. I probably meant to say so good. Everybody has their own part to the album making process as well. While Pan Pan and Jesse focused on retelling the story, JTH, which is Jack the Hack, and Skylar looked for and made images for each individual track, so you all enjoy this 100% completed album. This was released on February 2nd, 2022. My second biggest regret with this album, one is making it really long, and two is that I didn't release it on February 22nd, 2022, because then it would have been the 2 is 2 to ever 2. You feel me? But yeah, it's essentially retelling the story, and then in the info, I don't do this for most of the things, but I have its own little album artwork when I sucked even more at art than I already do. And then it tells the story. You know, once upon a time, there were two hearts who will be called Jamie and Charlie that were born in a place known as the beautiful places in the cosmos. They were siblings, close ones at that. They went everywhere together. And then it says like what track it was made, who made what track. So this one was made by Pampet and Cassette Girl. If you want to know all the specifics, I recommend checking this album out. Shameless self plug, which I guess you could say this whole series has been. But shameless self plug, tbh. And this was made by, of course, Jack the Hack, Pantana, Cassette Girl, and Jay Jesse, who were my only monikers at the time. In fact, the next album is going to be of a new moniker. But you know, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Why do I not like this album? I don't think it's my worst album ever, but I think this album could have been so much more if my primary goal wasn't to just make something long, make just like a long album. I would literally not suggest anyone else listen to this in a full setting. Well, you can if you want, but it's just not. From what I remember, it's just not even good. Again, I don't know if I said this like to people, but there are only two songs from this album that I consider to be really good. That's Safe Haven and Hall of Mirrors. What it does well, it does well. What it doesn't do well, it doesn't do well. Is what I think. And yeah. This is very much my first ever look into the whole. This is like the first hand experience of quality over quantity. Because literally, some of my best albums are literally, well, they're short, so to speak. Tales of the Fallen and Broken I consider to be my best album like ever at some point, and that was only 8 tracks. So stuff like that, honestly. But yes, let us begin with beginnings. Gotta also begin my mukbang. Donate now, everybody. Mmm. Look at that. Mmm. Oh, yeah, Kyle, which I believe is BSF. Hopefully she's doing well today. Like, I was essentially hyping this album up a lot. Like, I failed my own expectations, which is really funny. This was from a couple years ago. And then so Bandcamp has these things where you can send out codes to essentially just like have the album for free, so to speak. So they're kind of like Steam keys, but you can only do that twice. I did it once for something, but I think the second and last time was for this, which I'm in hindsight I'm really disappointed that I did. But yeah, off to Canada. This was inspired by Boards of Canada, but listening to Roy G. Biv like once. Not even the whole thing, like a couple songs. And not even that, but a couple moments of a couple songs. I think I remember how this song goes. Shoot! Pay attention to this, guys. Mmm! So good, huh? Mmm! Again, if you want to look at the story and like the specifics, basically, I retconned it so that instead of this being a retelling, it's just the actual event because I think that's really stupid, especially timeline wise. But this is in regards to Honeycomb. So Charlie and Jamie, who are the two hearts here, were like stars and all that, and Honeycomb was doing a little experiment on them essentially. I forgot the specifics, but I know that Honeycomb does have something to do with this because it's towards the beginning of the timeline. It wasn't as jarring as I thought it was gonna be. I'm very surprised actually. Fingers! I was thinking about licking my fingers, I really was. Oh wow, an actual ending. Yeah, it's okay. There's some songs on here that are just kind of, well, would I say they're abhorrent? I would say underwhelming at best. That's probably the best way to describe it. Yeah, off to Blue Sky. Oh my gosh, this is a bunch of loops I remember. Except for the drums. I know the drums I programmed myself. I don't know if that's showing it's delayed. I'm doing it on time, I swear! This song will show up again, by the way. But, you'll see. It's gonna be way later. For those who joined, hello there! This is my mukbang stream with my music playing in the background, so that you can go listen to my music. In all seriousness, though, I'm listening to my old albums and harshly judging myself. You know, myself from 4 years ago. Almost 5 at this point. But I decided, you know what? This stream isn't getting anywhere, so mukbang time. My little ruling, too. I don't know if I've said this before, but my little ruling is that I can't get up while I'm listening to an album. Whether a song is playing or like a song stops playing, I have to fit. I need to be plopped down on my chair from beginning to end. No matter how long or how short. I can't believe this is 3 minutes. Oh. Wow. It was so repetitive, I didn't even think it was going to stop. Which is kind of par for the course, honestly. Let me see. Let me see something. Alrighty. Yeah, Blue Sky isn't. It again. It's just okay. It's repetitive, but it isn't abhorrent. I could think of more abhorrent songs than this. Can I? I guess so. Next song. Oh. Goodbye Little Child piano. Because I just need to have that. Because everybody loves Goodbye Little Child by Jack the Hack. Am I right, lads? Or am I right, lads? See, it's different though. It's different. Because it's quantized at 1/4. Great. I just remember what safe sounds like. I should probably take my headphones a bit out for a bit. It's okay. Your tip, kind of like a demo of a Pantana album, I guess. But excuse me. Let me check when the uh. Let me check something. this? Oh, did this come out after? I think this came out after. It did. It came out 10 days after. So I guess it was a sneak peek of the first ever Pan Panda. Well, second ever Pan Panda EP, but the earliest one to not be retcon because LFAP SHB FAF12 has been retcon for like years now at this point. But yeah, I guess it would be like what Pan Panda would sound like in 2013, aka like 10 days later. Alrighty, safe. This was inspired by something. I can't remember what though. I did warn you. If you had your headphones on, you're now going to develop tinnitus by the age of 23 and a half. Sorry, I don't make the rules. I made the music, but not the rules. My guess is that this is going to be another repetitive song that has everything come together, clashing like a cacophony by the end of it. Never mind, it already sounds like that. Oh, you guys can see my bag of Cheeto Puffs. Whoa! Oh, shoot. I remember. Track 6 and 7 are vocal covers. I'll explain in a little bit. Drums sounding like your average J-pop, like Denpa song. Jeez, man. It's like an EDM, like, riser that, like, isn't good. Really repetitive. It's just okay. I remember Heartaches and Back Where I Wanted You are both covers. Heartaches of the Al Bully song, which is notorious for being sampled in A1 of It's a everywhere at the end of time. Yeah, yeah. Which fun fact about that album, apparently B1 from that album is in Backrooms, which I didn't know. Now, nearly like half my internet friends, like BSF, Cinnamon, Jordan Kearing, like those people are into Caretaker stuff, and they were in Caretaker fan projects, and they made and like all that, and they made like Caretaker esque music. I never listened to the album. I listened to bits and pieces, but I never like watched or sorry listened to the whole thing. So I didn't. So if it played, I didn't know that. I knew that Ulterior Motives, that like song that was lost, and then somebody found it in like porn or something. Like I knew that song was gonna be in there, but I was looking for it and I didn't hear it. But I might have just like not remembered what it sounded like. I'll have to look it up later. But yeah, Heartaches. I put some static in the background too. That's how you know this is serious. Real serious cover here. Not my first cover, I think. Yeah, no, this definitely isn't. Well, me remind myself. Have I done a cover in an album up to this point? No. So I guess this is the first one. Color me surprised. Let's see how I do.
Oh, how my heart aches just for you. Heartaches, heartaches. My loving you meant only heartache. Because that's such a sacred thing to me.
Bum 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 bum.
I can't believe it's just a burning memory. Heartaches, heartaches. What does it matter how my heart breaks? I should be happy with somebody new. But oh, how my heart aches just for you.
I think I also did this song because, well, obviously, Two of Hearts right there. Whoa. If I had a better mic, this would have been somewhat decent. I mean, it's just okay. For singing at this time, it's like serviceable, I guess. I was listening to my It's Time to Die cover from DA Games, and it's like, whoa, wait. You're telling me this isn't completely atrocious? It's just mediocre? I can't believe it. I don't know why I tried to segue there. I think that was my thing. Like, oh yeah, I should segue and everything. But then it's like, well, it doesn't make sense at times. I've been doing better at that, though. Back Where I Wanted You is a song by Cinnamon. The first Cinnamon cover I think I ever did. And this is from the album 15, which is a sort of thing he did for his 15th album, where he and some other people got together and essentially like made an album. And I put the most amount of tracks into it. Let the record show. Let me see if I can. I'm trying to find it real quick. Oh my gosh, it's still up. Yeah. So Young Dano, Upside, 34K Joshua, Ryback was here too. Carry On and Be Ready for Me were released here. You have Fashion. Fashion. Actually, let me play this. Can I play? So that little vocoder thing. I sampled that again for the Anna Reed album, and you'll see it in like 5 billion years when we actually get there. But I sampled it for that, and I thought I was so smart and cool for that. But yeah, Hacker, you'll actually. This is actually the instrumental version of By the Grace. And then there are some other demos that I had, slash stuff that I made for. Wait, no, Kicking It Old School was released like a couple weeks before like this point, because July 10th, 2021. For The Dark Side of the Internet. This is the final track. Easily my favorite song off that Cinnamon did is White Gray and Black and Stripes. I thought that was so I still think it's really good. Easily one of my favorite songs from him. But Back Where I Wanted You is pretty good too. My cover does not do it justice at all though, because he has perfect pitch, and he literally informed me that the pitch is like completely off for it. So I can't wait, as someone who's I guess gotten better at pitch detection, to see how that goes. See if I like squirm and all that. An embarrassment. Bum, 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 bum. Wait, I don't think this is a cover. I think this is a remix. I just remembered. No, this is a remix of Back Where I Wanted You, not a cover. You can also hear that the vocal, I did a really bad job at splitting the vocal because I used some website. Again, this was 4 years ago, so it was pretty bad. It sounds off, I guess. Again, Cinnamon was a really big influence when it came to like my music, especially introducing the idea of you can have lore in your music. He didn't say that, but like I looked at his music, he was talking about his lore, and I was like, I want to do that too. And so a lot of my early lore was kind of to very similar to his lore at the time, but we kind of diverged paths in like the direction we went for our respective music lores. So that's cool. This is the P bass on GarageBand. I remember. I get that reference. That's not a long bass note, by the way. That is it going but it doesn't sound like it because what I think I did is that I had the length of each note go to until the beginning of the next note. So then it kind of it kind of just sounds like that. I honestly would have been better off doing a cover. Like I had the meat on its bones. And this isn't even a remix I would do at the time. Because what I used to do for remixes, before some of the artists would give me stems, or before I was given stems, I would just take the song. Like download it or whatever, figure out the BPM, and then I would just do something off of that. Which is why, if you have perfect pitch, it's very easy for you to absolutely cringe at myself because it's like, no, it's not the right pitch, like something like that. Whoa. I have no idea what that was in the background, but that sounded, yeah, that ghostly sounding thing. That sounds really cool. Probably the music, honestly. Wow, what a really bad ending note. I didn't like that ending note. I didn't really like Back Where I Wanted You. Anyways, this song, not the original. The original's fine. A bunch of Cheeto dust stuck in my teeth now. It's all thanks to this song. I'm blaming this song. So boo, bad. Anyways, next song is Blackheart. Guys, can I do math? We're almost 1/5 of the way done with this album. This is good news, Mark. Anyways, Blackheart, which I consider to be one of my favorites. Not as good as Safe Haven or Hall of Mirrors, but pretty much up there in regards to the rest of the album. A toast, a cheers. I think the idea of this was that one of the hearts were turning to the dark side. Ba, 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 ba. Yeah, Cheeto Puffs and like Cheetos are good, but I don't like it when they get in my teeth. Is this how you get your sick kicks, John Cheeto? Making me go treasure hunting? Another thing I would do is that I would take parts and then I would just copy and paste the parts to make the song longer. Like there, I just did it again. I mean, it's okay. Repetitive, but not as repetitive as some other songs that I made. I sound like Jahir on that one like video. Danganronpa, but it's really fast. Watch it if you haven't. It's really good. But I don't know. I want to be a strong one. Don't worry, bro. I'll make you swole. By the way, this is a wake-up call for anybody who makes albums going into one specific gimmick. Don't, okay? Because then you'll end up with absolute bloat like One Piece. Yeah, these are very... But although I will say, these songs are, like, short. But then you got, like, these... Oh, shoot. This one's, like, a long... Yeah. This one's like, yeah! Come on, we need to stick together! Actually, I'll look at the story for this. This is too tough. Tuff. Jamie then gives a speech on how they are family, that they have been siblings for a long and basic... What? Jamie then gives a speech on how they are family, that they have been siblings for a long... Oh my gosh, I did the thing where long time, it's long time. This is the album. I didn't forget to put one. This is the album cover. And basically that they love each other. Like a family! Familial love. Is that Girl and Jay Jesse? Ba 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 ba. You can think about it like a anime-esque, like, come on, with the power of friendship, we can do it! We can defeat the evil and rid this world of darkness! Type beat. I'm spoiling the story here. Oh, wait. Bum ba bum bum ba bum 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 ba bum bum ba bum bum. It's like off, but like. Ba, 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 ba. I've not listened to this album in a while. Wow. As much as I like the song, I think I should have ended earlier. If not already. Although at the same time, if it ended already, I wouldn't have heard this. My only problem with like these sorts of songs is I use the normal, basic freaking GarageBand like stuff. And while I like using GarageBand, I don't like their stock sounds. This is why I have a billion like plugins that work with it. So what do you think? And then this next song is like, no. I guess. Oh wait. I think this was Jamie. This was Jamie turning evil. I mean, like doing a whole bait and switch. Oh, we're 1/3 of the way through the album. I just realized that. I also suck at mixing, so it's peaking for me a lot. It might be my headphones, but I don't know. People talk about getting rice stuck in their teeth a lot. Clearly, they've never had a Cheeto Puff, like, ever. I don't know why it's so Egyptian. I don't remember this song being Egyptian. I think it uses the klezmer scale. Yeah, good, surprisingly good song. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Even though I like you, you're just a stranger, just another. Dang, absolute cinema. Jacob Paradox Multimedia will give that a 10 out of 10. You gotta believe me. If you can give halftime piano a 1, he can give this a 10. That's obviously how the logic works. Don't at me. But yeah, the whole thing is just, and then yeah, that's really it. I just wanted to make a 1 second song, or just a really short song, almost like a video game. Part 1. What's the story of this? Oh wow. Chat, should I make the Two of Hearts video game one day? Maybe. Charlie goes on about a heartfelt speech he heard the other day about how we shouldn't judge people on what they are on the outside, but on the inside, and that people shouldn't treat family as if it was some disposable video game demo disc. Kind of a banger, actually. Hold on. This writing's fire. Hopefully y'all are doing well so far. Okay. It's certainly different. I'll give it that. I'll give it that. This is almost something Amy Bell would make, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. But then again, Amy Bell's whole thing is like solo pieces a little bit with some supporting stuff on the side and all that. I think the whole thing was that I made this of like completely different parts. This was actually originally going to be one singular song, but it was like way too much storage on my phone at the time, so I decided to just make it into two. I should do an album like this again, where it's just a bunch of my monikers. I don't know why it's like stopping prematurely like that, and I literally could not tell you why. Whoa, 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 hey! What are you doing there, Jack? Go listen to the song! That's what this stream's for! Yeah, I thought so. I'm seeing when my booster boxes show up so I can make more content on HoloLive OCG. I'm still listening to the song though. Like, don't you worry. It's just that I don't remember these songs. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't remember most of these songs. There's LaPlus sleeves? Hold up. Very expensive things I'm seeing here, man. Holy. Oh my gosh. Why does that piano freaking suck? Dude, that piano freaking sucks! Hey! Hey! Jack from 4.5 years ago! What are you doing? so serious. Jeez. Especially when most of the song is like all tavern and tavern-like and happy and all that. And then this transitions and segues into the next one. That one's fine. It just went on for a while, honestly. I don't. Although I like the different like parts of it, I think what I did there was good, but some of its execution was kind of like, it could have been better. I'm looking at prices for Hololive right now. Would you rather get, looking at market price, would you rather get 12 Ayakashi Vermilion booster cases or a signed LaPlus Secret Rare Oshi Hollow Mem Type B? Because the LaPlus card is $7 more. But you can't get the LaPlus card because it's out of stock. Get destroyed. Wait, what? There's an LA Dodgers 2026 promo for the One Piece trading card game? It's a Dawn. Holy. Should make a Weiss Schwartz LaPlus deck because dang it, I sure as heck can't get the freaking Hololive one. It's literally it's literally cheaper. I should actually show you guys because this is freaking insane to me. So this card, this stupidly drawn card, right? You know, this card was made as a joke. This is $20, right? Now for the Oshi Hollow Mem, which is something you actually need, you know, this is a cool little, like, altar art. What does the actual Oshi cost? You know, the commander, the person you need to have. $4 more. Actually, $5 more. It's gone up in price for the simple fact that people are stupid enough, to put it lightly, to buy it. Don't buy it. If you don't buy something that's really high price, then the people who are selling it are going to see that and not want to, and probably put it at a lower price. But these people, they're buying the card, so they're like, oh, so I can actually do this. It was $5 for the longest time, but now it's 24. And frankly, I would just rather play another deck, because for the same amount, I could probably have a deck, excluding the cheers, of course. This is just something I've always felt so strongly about. Because I think it's the dumbest thing ever. Low genuinely. Avatar: The Last Airbender. What? What are you doing in my Hololive stuff? I'm like the biggest Hololive LARPer. It's unreal. You guys don't know. There's no limit to the LARP with this guy here. This person here. What do you even do? I can reveal something from my hand, and then when the card attacks in the climax, pay the cost. Choose one Hololive. So stock. Okay. That is in fact a card. I can't deny that it's a card. So what is it with the plus of fried chicken? Because I keep seeing that in 2 Weiss Schwarz cards. How do I stop LARPing? How do I stop? Yeah, how do I stop LARPing Hololive? Watching the streams? What do you take me for? A fool? Someone who doesn't LARP? You can't be serious. You can't do this to me. On a serious note, though, I should probably, if I'm gonna play the game, I should at least tune into a. I've seen clips. I've seen clips. I've seen the clips. This is, besides the beginning, probably the first half actually. The song, like the first half was good of this song. This latter half is not, like, it's not doing anything for me. I'm very bored. Hello there, everybody. I hope you guys are doing well today. I'm not doing too badly myself. Listening to my own music. You caught me at an interesting time because this is literally my longest album. One of my longest. I need to actually do a count. I'm a Jack the Hack LARPer, guys. It's so over. It's so over. Don't even know the length of my own albums. I'm LARPing myself. Imagine if I started saying that. Oh, what the? There was no... Okay, I don't like it when I do that, where it's like, yeah, I just have the ending for, like, 1 small second, so it doesn't feel like an ending. And then it just goes into the next song. Bro! Yeah, that was kind of worse than part 1. But yeah, this is effectively their battle and all of that, but this is all, like, a 10-part, like, series on this album here. So, do not be dismayed by the fact that it literally changes name part way, but you know, it's all 10 parts. For the next 10 songs, it's essentially the same song, so to speak. This is Shake the Ground, part 1. Whoa, what was that? Oh my gosh, that freaking sucked. Major booty cheeks. Alright, that's part one. You know, good start to it. Very like sets the mood. I like how it sets the mood. It's pretty nice. Part two. Ooh, reminds me of like Cuphead a bit. Or maybe that's because it's all swing. Okay, that was a good continuation. Again, it does that thing where it ends, but it doesn't sound like it's ending. I should have did it for longer, but other than that and a couple little hiccups there, it's it's pretty solid, a pretty nice little like a continuation off that and all that. Very like I just realized it's very marching band esque. You know what sucks? Besides this album, the fact that I literally accidentally took a nap at 6 p.m. yesterday, woke up at 10 p.m., did some stuff that I needed to do, frankly, stayed up for another 2 hours. When I was going back to bed, I spilled my open energy drink on the floor. So then I had to clean that up. And then I tried to go to sleep. I went to bed at like 12:30. Right? I went to bed at like 12:30. And I had work in the morning, right? So 12:30. At every single hour, I promise you. Like, I think, dude, time works so weirdly for me right now. It is insane. Genuinely crazy work. Because I woke up, I kid you not, like an hour later. And I was like, what? Like, I woke up at 1, but here's the thing, I had dreams. I don't remember all the dreams, but I had dreams. I had a dream where I was trying to fix Jinx from League of Legends, but it wasn't Jinx. It felt like it, but it wasn't Jinx. I can't tell you what it was or why that was. Oh shoot, this song's done. There's like nothing. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good, although it got a little repetitive towards the end. But it's overall good, a good continuation. Part 4. But I kid you not, I was literally waking up at 1 hour intervals after having a dream. And you know how your brain is like always going? Because if it stopped while you were sleeping, then you literally had a stroke or something. Because then you would be dead. You would effectively be dead. But oh my gosh, your brain, when it dreams, runs more than it normally would when sleeping. When it's sleeping, it runs, but a little slower because it's trying to get some rest, so to speak. You know, in like the REM cycle and all that. But my brain, like I was going to sleep, having a dream, and then waking up like an hour later, and I kept doing that till 6 in the morning. Actually, all the way up until like 6:40 in the morning. Good song, way too short. Part 5. I was getting so annoyed, and I still am annoyed at that because I barely got any sleep from that. Oh, shoot. Oh. Call and response. We love call and response in this house! Although the sound choices are a little weird. Like this one. Wow, I was off. Oh, wrong part. Fingers! I'm not a big fan of that. That, oh, I love that. I love that. Oh, it's not gonna end. Wait. And I had it segue because, of course, I did.
That was really good, actually. I actually kind of like that. Okay, we're gonna move on to the next part now. Unrecognizable, Part 6.
Don't like that part. Bum, 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 bum. It's just your average piano part that I would make in an Amy Bell album, a future Amy Bell album. I need more pauses. More mouse bites. Pause for like 5 seconds. Let that last note just roll out into the aether, not just stop in the middle of the road in a British highway. Although, I didn't notice it, but we're over halfway there. We're getting my life decisions now. Because I have to pee really badly. But I'm not gonna. No, sorry, I'm not gonna. Yeah, to get through this album. There's only a couple more songs that are semi-long and one really long one. This is a boring song. It's not even because it's slow. It's slow and it's boring. You can have a slow song that's fun. You can have a slow song that's cool. A slow song that's exhilarating. A slow song that it's an actual joy to listen to. I'm not feeling a slight bit of whimsy while listening to this song right here. Does not help that I'm tired, but I could subside that. I might stop after Two of Hearts though, which is unfortunate, but hey, at least I'll get through the freaking album. Finally a good ending. Very boring though, I did not like that. Very mediocre. Oh, I almost skipped through a song. I just looked up Jack the Hack YouTuber, and instead of me, even though on the first option, the AI overview links me to this guy named Jack Sather who got hacked. And it's this video talking about that. This is why you don't trust AI, guys, for stuff like that. You know how the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result? That's what the piano tracks here are making me feel like. I feel like 2022 Jack the Hack was like, man, if I have all these piano tracks, people are gonna like the album. I don't even like the album now. And it's because of boring things like this. I think I've done better at that, where my album, like the album listening experience on my end at least, is much better now than before. Because it sucks listening to an album like this. Because then I just get bored by the same, like, the same 5 songs played on the radio station. Like, that's essentially what it is. And I'm getting tired. I'm tired of seeing it on Discord as memes, on TikTok as a freaking meme. Yeah. Oh, something different, thank God. So, 12, 15. 17, 30. No, 20. 8. Oh my gosh, there's 40 more minutes to this. Okay, so, good news, we're over halfway there. Bad news, we still have 40 minutes of tracks to get through. We're in the last 10 though, so that's nice. But you have a 6-minute song, another 6-minute song, and then later on a 12-minute song. Which I think I haven't listened to this album, a lot of these tracks, in a while. But I think I remember exactly how the 33rd track goes. How are you guys enjoying these tracks? I'm looking back at it as the person who made the album, and am now going back to listen at what I made, or mini slap, or looped, or whatever. But I'm wondering how you guys are feeling about this, because this is still like pretty early on in my music career. This is my 10th album ever. 11th, actually. My bad. Oh wow, I thought the song was gonna end. That's unfortunate, because this song is very repetitive and very boring. I don't know. I think the problem is that I get like what I like, and then I repeat it a lot because I like that specific part. But then if I go back to it and I don't really like the song that much, then the part that I liked before is not gonna matter all too much because it's gonna run its course. Again, a lot of these songs feel like I'm milking like a specific melody like dry. Jeez, man. Oh my gosh, it's finally over. Jeez. I don't. It's such a slog. Don't even listen to this album, honestly. From that, I could tell you right now, I don't even want to finish this album. It's so boring. It's literally the same things I play on the radio station. But I must. Because, trust me, there are good songs. But the problem is that the only two songs that I can say are actually good are Safe Haven and Hall of Mirrors. That's literally it. If I want to add a third, probably this. Otherwise, the rest of the songs are either mediocre or just bad. I don't like it. Like the government, I'm not a big fan of it. What? Crazy work. Can you even see that? He's like working on his annotations for Deadlock builds. Oh shoot. Well, it's getting saved in my writing stuff collection now. Great. I'm gonna be looking through my writing stuff and it's gonna be like working on fully annotating my build. I rage baited myself. I really thought the song was gonna end. Holy. Wow. That didn't. That wasn't. Mm. Now that ending didn't sound like anything. It felt like I was making something and I stopped and then I was like, I'm fine. I'm all good. I'm tuckered out. No, okay. I think I'm gonna blow if I genuinely like hold this in for much longer. This will only be like a couple minutes. I'll be right back. Alrighty, we're back. There's another clinker I have to ban. Another piano track, but at least it's not another freaking slow piano one, like in the unrecognizable stuff. Alright. Oh, this first the 5 stages. This is talking about the 5 stages of great. Like I had good ideas here. I just don't think I did them well. I should have taken some more time to really flesh out what I wanted to do. This is another one where I sing a little bit though. It's not good though. It's so not good. The music's pausing. Hey, what's going on here? Okay. This is the best song since Shake the Ground Part 5. That's how bad I think this album is. Not my worst album, but still pretty bad. Anyways, this is one of the best songs in this entire album and arguably one of the best songs I ever made.
Where you are right now is what's quite literally called the most beautiful place in the cosmos, in which I am the ruler of. This place is filled with stars whose purpose is just to fall down to Earth and other planets. We then send over a team of investigators to find them, known as the TRI Force.
Dang it, where you have another channel. You'll see what I mean in a second. It's a new channel if I'm not mistaken. Very short, very simple, and yet I think is leagues better than I think literally every other song I've seen so far. Now, just give me a quick second because I don't think I've credited them. I will do so soon enough. But here you go. Here we are. The voice that you hear here. Hold on.
This place is filled with stars whose purpose is just to fall down to Earth and other planets. We then send over a team of investigators to find them, known as the TRI Force.
That voice right there is Juno VO or Juno voiceover. Real ball knowers will know them as Starichi. Good friend of mine. Really cool. Really cool person. I met them, funnily enough, when I was doing voice work for some Gacha Life stuff, some Gacha Life mini movies when I was trying to go for that like years ago, like 2020, 2021 and all that. I met I met them through there and they still I contact them sometime, but they've been doing well, honestly, you know. They've been doing well. And yeah, I still use them for stuff. Again, this is their casting call club. Wait. You know what? I'll put this over here for a sec. Juno VO is their casting call club. Juno VO, this here is also their thing. Give you a quick second to really take that in. You got that? All right, good. Um, Also, the last thing they were in regards to me, was actually this.
You might not want to attack me.
Although this was made from, actually, funnily enough, older voice clips, specifically from the maybe them era, like this era that we're actually going through right now.
Because I have something of value to you.
Let me double check that real quick.
Once in their lifetime for her patience runs then. At the end of the road, we may be the encompassing of a judge and executioner, for the jury has consisted of emptiness, coming from the cosmos for many years now. Nobody made us the way we are, except for how
Never mind. These were recorded over a year ago, and I just never used them.
I shall be the one who dares to not block our path. Our path of victory over wars that happen to my people and within the mind of my own. It's how wars have always been shaped. A photo album to Gaga for the winners, and the mission for the erasure.
I will still continue to use them as the voice for Honeycomb unless something big comes up, although I would be surprised if something did. Juno's a cool person. They're awesome. They always have been. And they have been before.
Knowledge, wisdom, kindness, and resilience.
I think they've only gotten better, though. Although this final part here,
Jackson, get the synthesizer or whatever.
that was from like a couple of years ago. I remember that. Yeah. Queen of All Cosmodia. We're not going to get to this album for a long time, by the way. I'm talking like this is the latest thing that I've released. So we're not going to get there for a while. But yes, again, Juno VO. I don't know if I said VA. It's VO. I say this because crediting is very important. Anyways, next song. This was definitely, if not before, this is definitely one of the examples when it comes to like the Pan Panda sound very early on, and how you would probably know the Pan Panda sound nowadays. This sort of like ethereal, like reverse sounding, like soundscape almost. I can't believe I haven't been following them on Casting Call Club. That is an actual shame and disappointment. Because I've been doing some lore writing for Popcatch LSD, the game I'm making, and I was thinking about how I should integrate the Cosmos, and I know how to do it, and you'll see once we get there, but if, on the small chance I do want to get Honeycomb, like, actually in the game, I'm definitely going back to Juno for their work. Because they've done pretty well. Very well, actually. Pardon me. It's a little repetitive, but not. But I don't mean that in a derogatory way. Surprisingly, I know, right? Like, I don't mean that in a very derogatory way, like I have for other songs. But it's just normal for the type of thing to expect for this sort of like style that I would eventually evolve and all that. So that's nice. So I can't really fault it on that. All this other stuff is like, but again, Hall of Mirrors and Safe Haven are easily the two best songs in the album. Arguably my best songs like ever. And that's very arguable. So I'll put this for now. Might change later. Because it's true, I might change it later. Alrighty. Oh gosh. Another piano track. Oh, never mind. I must have misremembered then. Sounds very nice. Very nice. Oh my goodness. It wasn't too long, didn't feel repetitive in a derogatory way. Oh my gosh, that was actually good. Huh. Alright, next song. Okay. Um, it was fine. It wasn't as good as In the End, but still decent. On the upper echelon of piano tracks, the 5 billion that's here, definitely. Pardon me. It's very swanky. Oh shoot, it isn't over. Oh, I remember what I did. One part, half the song. I made half the song, right? And then I copied, pasted it, and then I increased it by a semitone. Genius! Okay. I mean, this is essentially the same song again, bro. Yeah. So the piano. Yeah, this is fine. Although I should have just kept it like halfway. I think I just couldn't decide whether which one I liked better, so I just put both. I think that's why I did it, which that's okay, I guess, but it's the same song essentially. It's lucky that it's swanky and not like slow like some of these other songs. But last track that we'll listen to. If you want to listen to the bonus tracks, download the album. But yes, last track, 33rd track is without a title. Let's do this. I think I made this track on my own, which I thought was pretty interesting. Oh my gosh, 50 streaming! We gotta finish this song quickly, Chad. I gotta go watch the 50 stream. There he is, right there! He's right there! He's streaming right now. Very creepy song, I noticed. Hello there, Brielle Thompson. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I remember. I remember doing there's a specific option in GarageBand where you can like play the actual violin and it shows like the strings and all that. And I remember just doing this like continuously for like a minute or something and then going back up for like another minute. It was really interesting. I hope I pronounced your name right, Brielle. I apologize if I horribly butchered it. Yeah, we're just listening to my music. I'm not a narcissist, you gotta believe me. I'm trying to do stuff. I thought, you know what? I want to go down memory lane and see what's good and what's bad. And for the most part, this album's bad. There's only 2 songs that I would consider good in a very subjective sense. But then again, all of music and all of art really is subjective. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. You know what's funny? Considering the fact that this album's literally 2 hours, This is like 4 albums of mine. Like, I effectively listened to like 4 or 5 albums today, quote unquote. And I say quote unquote because, like, this is one album. And it's not even good. The problem with this album is that it's literally so bloated. The gimmick, essentially the gimmick, was that it was a really long album, and I just continued to make it longer and longer. There's an album later called The Punk Machine, and that went through like a ton of revisions before I just went with the original version of it, which was useless. But I did that so that I can keep my quota of 1 album a month. And I don't even think that's a good album either. In my eyes. Like, the whole gimmick was that this was a really long album. Longest album ever. Still is, I think. But it's bad. Like, what's the point of a long album if it's bad? This is where quality versus quantity comes in, and I learned this firsthand. Anytime I doubt myself, like, oh, 12 tracks, I feel like I should make it longer or, like, shorter. Whenever it's longer, I always think to this album. Whenever I think shorter, I think back to Heartbeat. That's 7 tracks, bro. Literally 7 tracks, and, like, one of the ones are good. And it's the one where I just stole some instrumental off of YouTube. And what's so sad about it, is that not only I only consider 3 songs. I used to be 2, but now it's 3, because I like Indian. These 3 songs right here that I'm highlighting, those ones right there, are the only 3 good songs here. Again, the rest are either mediocre, or just straight up bad. I don't like this album that much. Those 3 songs are what essentially those 3 songs are what pulls it out of the gutter of completely last place, like, my worst album ever. But it's still one of my worst albums ever. It's just not the worst album I ever made. Like, there are later albums that have, like, a bunch of songs that I think do so well in the long regard, I feel. Like, the length of it being long, like, kind of justifies itself and all that. And I think that's great. But that is definitely something I had to learn out. And you want to know what sucks? You want to know the worst part about it? This was not... Like, Jay Jesse obviously had their own, like, solo album later on. Pan Panda went on to make actual albums. This was technically the first Pan Panda album. Like, I consider, like, these to be an additional album to each moniker's thing. So this is a Jack the Hack album, a Pan Panda album, a Cassette Girl album, and a Jay Jesse album. And what's so sad is that this is Cassette Girl's last album. I haven't made a Cassette Girl album in years. The closest thing is literally Static Monarch stuff, because Static Monarch is literally Cassette Girl and Jack the Hack. But there has not been another, like, Cassette Girl focused album, like, ever. Or, yeah, when I say a focused album, I just mean, like, albums made by person A and person B, with one of the persons being Cassette Girl. Like, Jay Jesse eventually got their own solo album, which is a fan album, but they also got their own, like, works, and their solo album, with Pan Panda also having a solo album. They have a double album, technically, together, called The Cosmic Below, and it's made up of 2 solo albums, one from Pan Panda, one from Jay Jesse. But Cassette Girl never got any of that. Like, Jack the Hack continued to have stuff. Pan Panda, like, only had bangers. Like, has had bangers. Jay Jesse had some, like, more experimental stuff, but also had, like, things. There's not been, not even like an EP or anything. And I had planned for there to be another Cassette Girl album, and I'm still planning it. But I just don't know. I haven't had any ideas for Cassette Girl since. And it's sad, because I'm Cassette Girl is literally her best album. But even then, it's an okay album in hindsight. It's just that them and this album are some of the worst albums that I have ever made. So Cassette Girl essentially hasn't had a good album in over 4 years. Like that's the crux of it. Like, she's been in stuff, like a single every once. Actually, I don't even think she's been in a single. I think this is legitimately the last time I used the Cassette Girl moniker. And that is sad. Because look, this is one of my favorite, like, final tracks. I think this is a good song also, a little bit. But I just don't think the album as a whole is good. It ends on, like, a bittersweet note in terms of, like, the quality of it. And that's just sad, man. Imagine your last album ever being a complete disappointment, an absolute trip at the finish line. But yes. Oh my gosh. I forgot about the bonus tracks. No, you can't. No, 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 no. No, that is gonna be it. Alrighty. That is going to be it. I don't know why I opened this tab here. Oh shoot, wait, hold on. Hold on. Look at what we get to do. Woo! Finally! We're done with it! Oh my goodness. Now look, there are definitely some good things that came out of Two of Hearts, I will say that. But Two of Hearts is very much a great example of what not to do. It's to make an album that is really long for the sake of it being long. It needs to justify its length, I feel. Because if you just have, it's like a movie. If you have a movie that's an absolute slog, then nobody's gonna like the movie. Who cares if the longest movie ever is 100 hours? If it's freaking boring, it's not gonna be a good movie. That's what I think, anyways. But yes, we have finally finished my longest album ever, I think. I don't think I've made a longer album than this, if I'm not mistaken. Because Sounds That Were Pulled from the Cosmos, I think is an hour 30 minutes, if I'm not mistaken, of course. But I would have to say. But yes, thank you guys. Thank you guys very much for watching the stream. I highly appreciate it. Next time we're gonna go through Amy. The goal is to probably get through these, although these are pretty short. Well, the Punk Machine is almost an hour. This is 45, and then this is 30. Maybe we'll get through Sounds That Were Pulled from the Cosmos, but that's a huge maybe. It's gonna depend on how I feel. But yes, that is going to be it for the stream, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much for watching all the way to the end. If you have, I highly appreciate it. And wow, I got a shave, man. Look at this. I hate facial hair, man. I always have. But yeah, we're just gonna get through some of those albums. They'll be much shorter than this one. I would say it's smooth sailing from here, honestly. But we'll just have to wait and see. But yes, thank you for watching the stream, and I'll see you guys in the next one.